I used to push wheelbarrow after my secondary school just to survive. If I push one bag of wheelbarrow, I get paid 15 naira. I've done MMM before, I've done Safond, I've done AIM Global, Alliance Emotion Global, I've done all manner of Ponzi scheme, all for the money, from a very, very poor background. I just want to make a life out of whatever I'm doing. What pushed me to real estate really is hunger. So I was both hungry physically, mentally, and emotionally. Eventually, when I made my first sale was after 6 months plus. And then it came big. And that was when I said, this kind of business that will pay me this bulk money will die there.
How did it come about giving a lot of things that can, there's just, you call you father of many nations now.
Sometimes it makes good sense when you find out that you are working with people who want to help you. You can have a chance of saying, I just want to help people, but you now get yourself into a community of people who are dedicated to helping many people. Say you want to help people up on 20%, say, I will just help. Of course, growing up, they told us to always, our parents to tell us, Yoruba will say, anything to Obama láti ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun lẹ́ni kejì ẹ. Which means that whosoever you have to help that is your next person. That's your neighbor. But along the line, you saw joy in people that you have helped. As a leader in the team, one of your responsibilities is to ensure that whether the person is under your mentorship or not, you have to help everybody.
It feels so good to be back on your screen again. Welcome to the 5th episode of Behind the Listing Podcast, Season 2. Brought to you by Rebel Tales International Limited, where we have real conversation, we'll spill the tea, and the stories you'll never find in the brochure. And today we're going to be having honest conversation on the topic from vision to reality, where our guest speakers will be telling us about their challenges, their wins, either big, either small, and the lessons they've learned so far. I remain your humble host, Amaka Amara. And with me today, I have my co-host, Dr. Ezekiel Shojupe, the CEO, MD, Rebel Tales International Limited. So over to you, Dr. Ezekiel. Please introduce our guest speakers.
Thank you so much, Amaka, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, viewers. Hello to everyone watching us all over the world. It's so great to be on your screen again. And today we have two powerful men in our midst. Both guests are actually, I have an emotional attachment with them. Way back from we used to be friends. Okay, let me say we are friends, we are brothers, we are classmates, we are colleagues in this journey of real estate. So there's a lot to talk about. When they came around, I told them we just want to have a gist about how far God has brought us, basically. And these people has been part of my life, trust me, back to back up to this stage. I cannot say my story without them. And these two powerful men are going to be dishing out, they're going to be dishing out their own story, their personal story, how far they've been able to navigate throughout the whole real estate industry, down to success, down to a lot of other things. And first on my list today is my brother, my boss. The reason why Robotics is existing today, basically, because Journey of a Thousand Miles starts with a step, actually. So there must be a source, there must be somebody that actually started all this. And this person is my brother, my friend, my confidant. Sometimes I'll call him. Sometimes when I'm down, I'll just call him and say, Ezekiel, no worry, if you do it, you go do it, no worry. Anything. And he has always been there. In the person of Mr. Oseni Bolawan.
Thank you.
Oseni Bolawan.
Yeah.
And this second person, even the humans of robots will always say, any small thing, you cannot hear Ezekiel and you know hear Pa James. In fact, I used to talk about Pa James is like my non-executive director, behind the scene. So sometimes I just want to make some decision. I just say, if I'm not here for Pa James, I cannot make that decision. He's my brother, he's my friend. We've done a lot of things together, and he will also be gracing us on this particular episode. In the person of Mr. James Oluwayemi. And also Mr. Oseni Bolawan is the MD CEO of Domrad Homes and Properties, and also the president of the Ultimate Vibrant Retort Group, one of the leading real estate brokerage firm here in Nigeria. And Mr. James also himself is the chief operating officer of Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group. And these men are actually men of timber and caliber. They are doing great things in the real estate. You are welcome. You are welcome to this show. Thank you so much
for coming,
for honoring us. So let's get to it, basically. Like I said earlier, it's been a long time coming.
Right.
And there's a reason why I really wanted both of you to be on the set together at the same time. Because I wanted us to just take it a little bit back to how we started. I keep telling people that there's no glory you are seeing today without a story.
Definitely.
These people that you're sitting here, we've gone through a lot together. In those days where we have to go to bed with Gary and we just take it like that and go. In those days where you have to go to inspection even when we don't feel like. Those days where you have to just show up even when nothing's pushing. Today people see us in our cars. Oh, yeah, Mbola is driving a Range Rover. He has a Benz. I want to be like him. Probably they'll just think that it just be
Woke up
all
and
overnight. So basically the first question now is tell us a story. How did you start? Is it that was Otodola your father? Were you related to Dangote? How did everything just happen overnight? Just tell us your raw story. Let people learn so that. And the reason why I'm saying raw is because there are some people out there. I've noticed that in this generation, a lot of people in this generation think you can just become something overnight. They don't believe in hard work anymore. They don't believe in the place of consistency. They don't believe that there has to be a place of patience and persistency. Everybody just wants to make it all once and
short way to say.
Overnight. They don't believe that there has to be a place of learning. There has to be a place of apprenticeship. They have to learn so that you can also get there. So tell us a story. How did you get all these starts? What were you doing before you came into real estate? If possible, tell us a little bit of a background so that they can know that you are not born in silver spoon. In fact, spoon no even day.
There's no spoon at all.
Let's hear your story, man. So let me start.
Okay, thank you so much once again for having me. This is my second time on this show, and then I'm glad to be here. So thank you so much for having me here again. So the background, the story, like I used to say, there is no glory without story, right? And then another very important thing you need to know is there's power in consistency. And then when I started real estate, I started real estate year one in the University of Lagos, where I met both of you here. I will still come back to how you guys joined real estate. Because all of you then call me landman in class. I will enter the class during lecture hours and I will hear sound of landman, everybody shouting landman. But by God's grace today, all the people that used to call me landman, they are all landmen. So it's a good one for that. I started real estate year one, University of Lagos. What I was doing before real estate, I used to be a network marketer before real estate. So I do, name it, all manner of Ponzi scheme, I've done it before. I've done MMM before, I've done Safond, I've done AIM Global, Alliance Emotion Global, I've done all manner of Ponzi scheme, all for the money. I just want to, I'm from a very, very poor background. I just want to make a life out of whatever I'm doing. Because by God's grace, I sent myself through school, University of Lagos. There was nothing. I used to push wheelbarrow after my secondary school, and then just to survive. If I push one bag of wheelbarrow, I get paid 15 naira. So I tend to push multiple bags of wheelbarrow because one of my aunts she's a major supplier of charcoal, in Ogba area of Lagos. So then I went about with the marketing. So I've been in sales for long. So I tell her, look, auntie, this is what we do. Let's go to all these women that sell food. They need charcoal. Let's market them. So I go out to source for clients for her. Because I know that if I get any client for her, I will be the one to supply the charcoal. And I get my own money too as well. So I source for a lot of people. There's this popular man, what's it called? Ghanaian food seller around Aruna. Serene. Very popular name. So I source for Serene for her. Then there are these people that they request for charcoal in numbers. So I get to supply charcoal. Then anytime I even go buy food, because I'm their supplier, they give me food for free. You get so, and then as a secondary school, as a secondary school student, I'm like, look, this charcoal, they pay me. I'll be charcoal man. You get so that's that. Then fast forward, getting admission to University of Lagos. I knew that if I did not get myself involved in a paying job, I would pass through hell in University of Lagos. Then my head was open to a lot of any opportunity like this, I'm there. any any
As long as
crypto
money go through.
opportunity, any opportunity that will require you to make money legitimately, I'm there. There were so many of my friends that does all manner of job that they are not supposed, all these quick Yahoo and co. But then I like, look, anything that will not give me peace of mind, I'm not involved. But anything that will give me peace of mind,
And give you money.
any job that will give me that is legitimate and give me money, I'm there. Even though it's odd, I don't mind doing it. I started real estate. Then I didn't make sales for a number of months. Then eventually, when I made my first sale, the money came in bulk. Then I'm like, this business that can pay me this amount of money.
Sorry, madam. Sorry for cutting you. Now, before you even started real estate, tell me how when you got into Unilag, you did admission,
Right.
and what was on your mind is how do I want to scale through school?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Is it that you already knew about real estate before you got into Unilag,
Right.
or was it when you got into Unilag you knew about real estate?
Okay, so when I get admission to the University of Lagos, I knew nothing about real estate, not even about sales, right? So but I was open to opportunities. Then when I get admission to the University of Lagos, I was told by someone that, can I do real estate and make money? So what I said to the person was, yes, I can do it. Even though at that point in time, I know nothing about sales. I know nothing about real estate. But I said, I've learned something in life that if anybody offers you an opportunity, even though you don't know how to do it, say yes, then go learn how to do it. Don't say no to any opportunity. Say yes, go learn how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, get someone that will teach you how to do it. So I said yes to real estate then, and then I started going for trainings, and we are here today by God's grace.
So, who tell us about the person that introduced you to real estate, and how did you meet the person?
Okay, so the person that introduced me to real estate is an elder in my church. I'm a church boy, right? So the person is an elder in my church, but the person left my church for another church. They changed environment, so she changed her church. Then she messaged that, can I do real estate? Then I said yes. Then I started. Although it wasn't easy because at the point that I started real estate business, we don't have so many young people doing real estate. We have old men, we have elderly people doing real estate. So it was kind of hard because I'm like the only young person doing real estate at that point. And then because of the belief that there's nothing I set my eyes upon that I cannot do, I pushed, I was consistent with it. And then by God's grace, from that push, there were so many people. Now we have thousands of people that by God's grace today, they follow suit, and then they are doing very well in real estate. Thank you.
Fantastic. So after you started real estate, so tell us, how did the journey go? How long did it take you to make your first sales?
Okay.
How did it go exactly?
Okay. If you start any business, any legitimate business, and you believe so much in that business, the hunger will go beyond making quick money. What I mean is, if you start a business and then you are not making sales for first 2, 3, 4 months, you only quit because you don't believe in the business. Or if you believe in the capacity or capability of the business to give you a lifetime success, you definitely want to still keep up. So I'm saying this because I didn't make any sale. Like, at 6 months in the business, there was no single sale. Eventually, when I made my first sale was after 6 months plus. And then it came big. And that was when I said, this kind of business that will pay me this bulk money, we died here. So, and then from there, one thing about life is, we are trying to get people to the business you are doing. People want to see a proof. People want to see that, okay, is this thing really worth it? Okay, you are calling me to come join a business that will pay me millions. Do you want 1,000? You get, so all the people that I was telling to come join me in real estate business, because there was no results. So they were not quick to follow suit. But by the time that I started making the money, big, all of the people that I used to beg to come and join real estate, they were not the one pursuing to join real estate. I remember Dr. Ezekiel here, MDC or Robots News. I want to enter him now. This man right here is one of the most consistent guys I know out there. Because I joined real estate, I think after like some years, or I think after a year plus after I joined real estate, he called me. then we used to be in the same class in University of Lagos finance department. He called me that, chairman, I know they see you go class, just a fresh, you just dey do your own low key. I go see you buy, you go dey buy shawarma anyhow for school, buy correct spark for you like anyhow. Guy, how far now? How you dey do am now? Na garri me I dey wire for hostel. Show me way now. And he's very blunt, and he's someone that he's
blunt,
very
actually.
intentional. The MD CEO of this company is very intentional, right? He told me he wants to start up a real estate career and he would want me to guide him in real estate because he knows that I'm into real estate and people come in landmine class. So he wants to know everything about real estate. Because I felt he wasn't serious, I wasn't paying attention. I think I delayed him for months. I didn't answer him for months. That look, once I see the seriousness, I'll put him through the business. But this man kept on with consistency. Anytime he sees me, he will always talk about it that look, chairman, I'm serious. I want to do this thing. Eventually, I brought him on board. I signed him up. And I never regret ever bringing this man to this business because he has not only done well, he has changed and transformed lives. And as a matter of fact, when we started, Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group, he used to be the person that has one of the most aggressive and productive sub-team because we have sub-team in in the team, marketing company. So he came with that energy. So he not only sell, he has brought in a lot of people to real estate business that by God's grace today, they are also doing very well. So I tell people, look, if there's something you want to do, put your heart to it. And the sky will be your starting point. No limitation. Right. Thank you.
So let's go back to your journey, your story. So as at that time, what attracted you to the industry? Is it the commission? Is it because you want to help people get investment?
It's someone that understands investment that would want to put someone through investment. I would say, then I don't understand anything about it. I just say yes. I just want to make money. You get so then.
So that means you were after the commission.
Then I was after the money. Like I wanted to break out of poverty. I wanted to break out of the lifestyle I was living as a poor undergraduate of University of Lagos. And then what pushed me to real estate really is hunger. Because no, it's both hunger of hunger and hunger of trying to do something great in life. You get? So I was both hungry physically, mentally, and emotionally. So all of these were what pushed me, to go all the way out, to want to achieve something big. And then because, sometimes I want to prove some people wrong. Because all the people around me, brothers, all of them, they're like, look, you don't know what you're doing. Everybody, as a young student, you are selling property of 3, 4, 5, 6 million naira, that I should go for something that is more reasonable. To them, it wasn't reasonable. You get? But I was determined that I'll prove a lot of people wrong. All the people that never believed in me by God's grace, today, they are pursuing me that they want to even do what I'm doing, do the business I'm doing. Yeah, so if you succeed at that business, that's when you see a lot of people that do not believe in you now start believing in you. So for any young man listening to this right now, I challenge you to be an authority in that field that you have chosen. Because all the people that never believed in you will come, ask you how you do it. Thank you.
Fantastic story. Before we still go back to that story, let's hear from the Almighty. Just tell us a story. How did you start? Just tell us a story.
Okay, so thank you once again. Thank you for having me. So I don't think I can. My story is in my Oga story. So as he said the story, I'm seeing my story in that story. So yeah, like he said, University of Lagos. While I used to be. I'm the last born of my family. So sometimes they give you money. So in my days at Yabatech, I was doing one or two things. Do one thing, and then they give you money too, because I was in Yabatech first. So in 2014, I lost my dad and it was my mom. And that time I realized that coming into the University of Lagos, this woman would have to struggle to send me money. And then, to be honest, my siblings too were still trying to find their feet in whatever they were doing. So, but when I got to school, I started doing something. There was one of my cousins that linked me up with his friend. That one brings things from abroad, projector, wristwatches. So he told me that I should just go and drop off those things at Kunga or Jumia. But then every time I drop it off, I ask him questions. How does Jumia and Gunga go about this? He said, they will dispatch it to the owner. So, but some of these owners are in Lagos, according to the invoice. So, yes, I said, please, can I be delivering it to them? I'm very honest with you. Can I be delivering it to them? And he said, yes. So, in my first year, I was delivering, I was very constant in class. But whenever he drops any of those things, I'll go to Ikeja, Muritala Mohammed Airport. I'll pick them up and then I'll drop. But there was a time that the guy himself started suffering a lot. I think procurement became very hard for him. So indirectly it was affecting me. And very popular in school, but like my Oga said, we started seeing him doing things. I mean, I will not forget to say that in our first year, we were doing something called Unilag Dummy. So my Oga here was one of us, and suddenly I realized that the way my Oga was dealing with the approach was kind of investment. So we don't get money, say they invest. There was one of our guys then, Wesley too, he was always saying that. So then for me, I was like, these people are making some money. Apparently the other person I mentioned is in tech, but he was doing real estate already. So we call him landman. To me, I thought what he was doing was unrealistic. Because I'm like, who will buy land from this man? All of us were here, were trying to get CGPA. And I'm not going to say that about his story. Maybe he will say it that even though we now were even reading the books, he will come to class and he will still get the same scores with us. Right. And you'll be like, let me take class, and this man they go out. So then I didn't approach him at first. And then I think at some point I started asking questions. Where this man did? So I know there was a time that in our first year, I'm going to be very realistic about this. We used to go to a place called 2001 to eat. Then it got to a point, my guy will come there with us. He will go with us, but he will be the one to buy food for us. This man is the one buying food for all of us. Then, as students, you want to see more. You want to ask more questions. That how come you're buying food for all of us? So, and I was very close to this, our wonderful MD too, Dr. Shujuku Ezekiel. And then we always talk. So he told me one day that he started selling land. I said, you enjoy
Landman.
landman. But then I didn't join too.
Why didn't you join?
They were still giving me small money at home.
Onga never wire.
So I have to be honest with you. He was in Eninjoku. I was in Jaja. So there was a day I was very hungry. I went to his place. He cooked spag. In my mind. So I'm not saying this to spite him, but I said, this guy they cook spag. Money don't do this guy. And you know the way student life is.
But cooking spag was a big deal then.
A full spag.
with egg.
With egg. So I joined him. So he was like, so you don't go do real estate. So to him, he was more particular about me joining real estate than I was. Every time you say, I do real estate, say, that's the way you are landman, they do. I'm not sure say I want to do. Who will buy land from me? Because then, apart from putting those wristwatches in pickup locations and dropping them at people's houses, I wanted to sell projectors too. I couldn't sell. I was looking around me, who will buy projector from me? Then somebody's not telling me that I should come and sell land. I mean, people that will not buy projector. I didn't want to buy land, but one day it became very serious. Like I'm like, guys, if you borrow me 2K, you borrowed me. This thing started getting serious. There was one picture that they all went to site. I was in class that day. I won't forget. I just saw a picture of many people on site. I think those people were taken by my Oga. There were plenty of us. I saw the picture. I said, all these people don't go.
They don't join.
They don't go, they say land. So the moment I told Ezekiel that I think I still want to do, he just sent me one link.
Right.
Just sent me one link that then there was we still have, because we built teams. So one of our process is, if you want to join the team, you have to go through a registration, right? So there are people who know it, and then they will put you through. So he sent me the link, I registered. And then, to be honest, behind the scene, he wanted me to sell because there was something that accrues to him too if I sell. So he was doing double calculation that if I don't sell, he said, you know people for school.
You said,
He started pressuring me. But more than the way he was pressuring me, I saw the need to sell because, to be honest, I had seen a lot of changes in my Oga's life. In fact, my first year, before I could get a hostel to stay, I stayed for some weeks in his place. I remember vividly in Eninjoku. Then I met some of his friends. I know in the room. I stayed in this room. So I had seen a lot of changes in. He bought a Samsung phone then. I think at some point he was using one, maybe Infinix.
right.
So I remember the story.
I bought that.
So he bought that to Samsung. You don't go, and for us then, if you start using Samsung, you have moved. So I started seeing a lot of things, and I started pushing. In fact, when I officially started, I think I said it in the season 1 that it didn't take me more than 2 weeks before I sold. Wow. So when I sold, I'm like,
Now the update why they use this.
So I saw the fact that this is what. So I started saying, why he said that he has been telling me. In fact, my guy was telling me when he said, you two, you don't start, you don't join us. I said, yes, so I don't join. So that was how I actually started the business.
Okay, so when, sorry to cut you. So when you got into the industry, what was that one thing that shocked you? Something you didn't know about?
Is people making money. When I see people around me, they were already making money. And so the things that shocked me was that I just saw the reality of me being able to do it because I saw that people around me were doing it. And I used to be one popular person in school. So there was just something that in my mind I was like, I will talk to a lot of people. I will speak to many people. I don't know where people were getting people to buy from, but I just had the confidence that I'll do this thing. So when I got into the business, there was so many things to prove it. People around me were already making the money. Right. So there's no impossibility there. Had it been, when Maoga shared the story that when he joined, there were older people doing the business. So there were so many things to make him feel like, I need to. But when I joined, I saw people already there. I saw that somebody that I knew that was using a particular phone had changed his phone. I saw my friend already cooking Spark. When I know how we used to how we managed to eat. So I realized that then I think I can do this too. So that was just the starting point for me.
Fantastic story. So basically, we have a lot of transition story, right? Yeah, I understand the point. And I remember how my guy used to look like. Yeah, anyway, I said he's going to give us some throwback. So I'm going to put the video on the screen anyway. But I think beyond everything, I think there's always a reason for everything in this life. And what I have noticed in our life, or in this transition of all these things that we've done so far is people. I remember probably when you started building the team, you never knew you were going to have, there was going to be a day that the people that you brought to the business also own their own empire. Right. They are employing people. To you, it might just be, I just send him link. Right. From sending link, it turns to this person is now employing people. Before you know it, and before you know you begin to see, did you ever see this coming at all? Yes. And in your building of team, what are your challenges? How did it come about building a lot of things? You call you father of many nations now. Now the nations that you started is already becoming nation on their own, and before you know it, they're also starting up another nation. To be honest, in our generation of going on, every other people that is establishing real estate company in our circle, or probably even those people that we don't know, or probably that are kind of affiliated to us, if you check their roots, one way or the other, they all came from the other. Right. You understand? So tell us, how does it feel, raising people, building a team? At what point did you feel that, no, I need to keep building a team? And tell us, what is that thing that makes you keep, is it that, has there been a time that people has, they don't show you shaky? Right. You go see person where you help, and you be like, say, Let me help you, you know. Understand? So tell us, is it that just that easy?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Thank you so much, Dr. Ezekiel, for this. I will say one of my biggest dream is helping people. Like, I love it when people are successful. I love it when, because I passed through a lot of hurdles before I got to where I am. We are still building. By God's grace, we are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. So we are work in progress. If Dangote see the find money, who I be? Again, so but I like the fact that a lot of people are coming out, people that ordinarily, they are people that they can't even feed on their own. Now they've turned out to be someone feeding hundreds of people. So this is a kind of fulfillment for me, because seeing a lot of people come out of nothing to building empires. I tell you today, in Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group, we are building people every day. We have built a lot of people that, by God's grace, they are not developers. Look at you, sir, Dr. Ezekiel. Now you have a company that has a lot of staff. Now it's not gone beyond even selling. It's about legacy building now, right? And then anytime I see all of these things, I have this fulfillment that, look, I will keep on pushing this team no matter what. Look, it is very difficult to handle people. The most difficult thing to manage in this world is human being. Because when you are going to the left, that's when some people want to say, no, it's the right they want to go. And you have to know how to manage people. So in all of this, seeing people succeed, seeing people become a person of value, seeing people transform from where they used to be to higher level has always been my heart cry. And seeing all of this happening is a very big deal for me. And then I wouldn't even want to stop anytime soon in doing this, because the greatest level of impact is building men. Is beyond even accumulating wealth. It is building people. It is creating impact. It is helping people up. Because for one person that you helped, very important, for one person that you have helped thousands of people. Because that person that you are helping you help lift up will lift up a lot of people. So for me, that's fulfillment for me. And it's very, very important. I'll keep doing this. We don't relent. No matter what, no matter discouragement that comes. You said something about people backstabbing. No, it's normal. We are in a world whereby a lot of people, they are dangerous people, there are sharks everywhere. And then most of the time, why it's very, very, very bad is those within. Because the external people cannot come out to you if they didn't get the support of the internal people. So look at everywhere in the world. Look at even from the Bible. Solomon. Look at from the Bible. Samson. It's the people that were close to him. So it's normal. So like somebody used to say that he used to say that he expects betrayal from anybody, so that when it happens, he's not shocked. He will just move on. So for some of you that probably you've gone through one betrayal or the other, you move on. Don't let it affect you. You move. But that should even give you the energy to push forward. And not because of somebody's betrayal and not be willing to help other people. Because the person that betrayed you, don't use that to judge other people. But God is faithful. So thank you so much for this.
Fantastic one. But James, you want to share something about that too?
Oh, well, helping people, as I'm always, some of us started as teachers too. Before my entry into Evertech, I started as teacher. But sometimes it makes good sense when you find out that you are working with people who want to help people. You can have the chance of saying, I just want to help people. But you now get yourself into a community of people who are dedicated to helping many people. Say you want to help people on 20%. Say, I will just help. Of course, growing up, they told us to always, our parents to tell us, Yoruba will say, which means that whosoever you have to help, that is your next person. That's your neighbor. So, but then I will not run away from the fact that I find so much fulfillment in being in UVROG because I remember the day I was picked as an executive member. I found out that I didn't see it, I didn't see helping people that big. I just felt because I started as the PRO, I just saw it as okay, willingness to serve. I always wanted to serve, irrespective of the capacity. So I just saw it as something like they wanted me to serve. But on the lookout, I found out that something was coming on. People were joining, people were becoming better. Then it strengthened my own view of helping people.
Right.
That's why I always tell people. I still said that to somebody yesterday that now sometimes it looks like I feel more happier to see somebody close a deal than I do.
Right.
Especially when that person says, we talked about this thing sometimes ago and I've used that thing to close the deal. I feel that day I feel like I'll get so much fulfillment more than if I wake up sad and I hear that, my mood will change immediately that wow, somebody has made a sale. And I think that was what UVRG helped me to, because you see everybody, somebody reaches out to you, hello sir, I'm on the verge of closing a deal. My client is saying this thing. And you're like, you're on the verge of closing a deal. Do this, tell this man that this, or put a call through, this thing through. Let's see how. So I feel like UVRG, I thank God for the vision that the leadership of UVRG had, for them to have incorporated people like us to say, okay, let's push. At first, it was looking like, okay, it's just about the commission. But along the line, you saw joy in people that you have helped. On my last birthday, somebody I think 4 or 5 years now, that guy, he's doing so well in real estate, but he messaged me and told me that he can't forget what I did when he wanted to start the business. It's not my downline. But because as a leader in the team, one of your responsibility is to ensure that whether the person is under you, under your mentorship or not, you have to help everybody.
Right.
So he texted me and I felt so happy that day. The reason why I felt so happy is because the guy is now big. And I'm like, oh, so this guy still remember that I was a part of this thing when he was struggling with sales. So when it concerns that, I feel like impact is big,
Right.
and I've seen more reality in helping people. And then about what my leader said, my guy said about helping people. You will help people, they will stab you. You will help people, but it shouldn't change the fact that
Right.
you have to keep helping people, right? Because there's a reason why God is raising you. He's raising you to help people. Jesus had 12 disciples, and one of them betrayed him. The others were people who preached his gospel
Right.
after he left. If he had, for the reason of Judas, send out every other 11 disciples, the people who preached him after his departure would not be there. And
Right.
that's why some of us can still get the gospel as Christians. I'm a Christian that we have today. So, looking at the example of Jesus, even if one fumbles, don't let go of the 11.
Exactly.
And even in the reality of the Christian faith, they will say, God is leaving the 99 to chase after the one. So it means that in 100, one can be faulty. But don't look at the fact that one is faulty and just talk up. People are still looking up to you for help. Don't use
Right.
the fuck up. Let me use it. Forgive me the F word of one person to stop helping others. So I just want to say that in the reality and in what we do in life, impacting people irrespective of the situation
Right.
should be our core value because people are helping us too.
Right.
Dr. Ezekiel said something to me, I think about 2 months ago. He said he listened to one guy, that guy said that there's no self-made.
Right.
He said that guy was like, no matter who you are,
Right.
trace it, somebody helped you.
Right.
Even if you have a business, the people that are buying from you, they are helping you.
Right.
Even if you're about to do a particular thing and somebody says, do it this way, and you become big, and you didn't remember that person, if you look deep, it may be the word of that person that helps. So there's no self-made. So if we are looking up to people to help us, as we're still looking, all of us are still looking for connection.
Sure.
Like Oga said, Dangote still dey find money. If Dangote find somebody who will link him up to one major business opportunity tomorrow, he will. So how much more people are looking up to us? So I was also looking up to people. Impact will keep spreading. So you don't have to stop it for any reason. So that's just what I have to say.
Okay, fantastic one. Before we move forward ahead of the industry now, if you have opportunity to turn back the hands of time, what do you think you would have done better and why? If you have the opportunity to turn back the hands of time, we've made a lot of decisions going on.
Right.
You know, you've probably brought somebody that are not supposed to bring in. You've probably done something like, if I had known, I would have done this. Yet, but I just want people to learn from our mistakes so that they will not also fall in that aspect. So if you say that you would have probably started real estate earlier, is it that you would have, done something like, I shouldn't have done this, I should have done this. So if you had the opportunity to leave, you are given the power to come back, what do you think you have done right?
Pajis, you want to take that first? You want to take that first?
That's a very tough question. Are you saying regarding the industry?
The industry, our past, when we were students.
Okay, so what I feel like I could have done, maybe I could have started real estate earlier than I did. But for regrets, I'm not going to categorically say that I have so much regrets. I just feel like I don't see myself as someone who sat down somewhere. I wish that I didn't do this. I'm not sure that I have many regrets, or maybe I don't take them as regrets. I just take them as life. Do you understand? I'm not sure that there has been a time when I sit down and say, I wish that I never helped this person, or I wish that this person was never in my story, or it's not like people have not stopped talking to you for reasons that you do not even know, people that you feel like you've helped, or you just find out that, I thought that this person was with me. Do you understand? But I don't think that I want to call them things that I didn't wish that I did, because I want to believe that if I didn't make some mistakes, I probably would not be wiser. So I see mistakes as ways of making us better people. If I don't make many mistakes, if people do not do one or two things, I probably will still be doing wrong things, thinking that I'm doing the right things. But the fact that one person does these things, I don't think I'm not sure that I'm going to see it as a regret. I'm only going to see it as a way to know what to do next. And so I somebody told us in one training that I went to, said we should embrace failure. He said, don't be running too much away from failure, because you may not know what to do better. But when you fail and you look at it that, this is the reason why I failed. When you have too many successes and no failure, when even you may not even be appreciative of God, you think that life is just easy. I don't when I started this thing, enter this thing, I did this thing, I did this thing. So who is God to tell me that it could have been worse? Do you understand? So I don't think that I want to see them as regrets. So what exactly you think that I wish that I didn't do better? I'm happy that it happened, because it now helps me to say, okay, next time I'll do it better. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have known what to do better. So I'm not going to call them regrets. So for now, I'm just going to categorically say, of course, we're in life. So many things are going to happen. Maybe when Dr. Ezekiel calls me next year and see what you are, maybe I'll say, get one guy, you. But for now, I don't think that there's anything I'll call regrets. I'll just see them as things that made me wiser.
So let's talk about failure for a moment, because we know that there are so many things that happen behind the scene that people don't see. They just see your win, they celebrate you, but they don't really know what goes behind the scene. So can you share with us like a moment where a deal, maybe project, anything, it can be like your experience.
Oh, you were going to say deals?
Okay, deals, yeah, sorry. Okay, deals, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, exactly.
I like.
It didn't go as planned, and what it has taught you along the way.
There was a time I mentioned something of this nature that there was a deal. Thank God Dr. Ezekiel is seated here. We both went for the inspection. We had it planned out. When we were going, we told the person that we're coming to buy one shoe. And she was a sister to our friend. Told them that when we're coming back, he said he wants the shoe. I said I want kind of shoe. And then we did so much on that deal. It was just the woman who, the wife of the client, who said she was not interested. No, it may look like a random conversation, but for a deal that you thought that was going to be, that's the reason. That's maybe that would be the reason why you not talk to some people again. Just look at them. Me and you know be mate. Oh. Just block them. But you now find out that that deal did not work out. I think that I said it one time ago that what happened, something happened that day when we were coming. I think a vehicle hit a mad person on the road and the person died, and then the Holy Spirit just told me that that person is gone, no hope. But you still have hope. And so that was why. So there are many deals, many deals that people will just, you get to a point when you're about to close it, and then one thing will happen, most especially women. No?
So what are you trying to say now about women now?
I'm talking with man.
Women are barriers.
That's why I'm saying that
closing deals.
I've said it once that if you are trying to close the deal and the woman in the picture loves the deal, just be a little bit rest assured. But if the man is still saying, okay, me and my wife will talk about it. So most of the deals that I've lost, they're always women saying they don't want it this way, they don't want it that way. But that's why I like women clients, because once I can convince them, we can deal. I like women, when women buy things from me, I know that they have a lot of choices. Women have choices. So once they pick one, that this is what they want, it helps me to say, okay, so I've lost a lot of deals. I've lost many deals, and we're better today, because of course, like I said earlier, it has shaped us into. So there are moments.
Right.
You want us to say the story? So there are moments like I mentioned earlier. That very one was big. So when I see that, I want to remember some of the ones that were particular. So the ones that the man said that he wants to buy 2 acres, and we went there, and he said he liked it, and then I logged it. I just stopped replying you. You liked this place now. You called him with a number, you texted him, you mailed him. Someone, he has filled form. And then you now use somebody's number to call him, and he picked, and he heard your voice, and he said, hello, who is this? I said, oh, it's James. This. And he ended the call. You sat down for weeks. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? Where did I get it wrong? Is it that on the way home, this man just said, I don't like this guy? I mean, somebody you vibed well, and then you just want to sit back, and somebody will come and ask you one day that, what can I do? And you'll be like, cannot do anything. Oh. You just have to pray and then hope that maybe the person reaches out. So there are many deals like that. So I remember that sometimes it helps us to get closer to God and say, don't just think that you're that smart sometimes. Just involve God, because I used to say that sales is spiritual. So sometimes just involve God too much, because God owns the heart of all men.
Right.
And he directs it wherever he wants. So if God is the owner of all men and you are dealing with men, after doing your own part, tell God, I've done my own part.
Right.
Go and touch the heart. Yes, so that's just what I have to say about that.
Okay. Pa James already said everything.
My God, dude.
Pa James won't talk. That's why I push it to him that Pa James handle this. He's my very good brother, right? And one thing I just want to say is, you don't go up, you grow up. There's a level of growth. And while growing, there are so many things that we are likely to encounter on the way. What I want to say is, don't make anything discourage you. So many things will come, many others. Be strong. Just like new baby. There is time that baby is supposed to be crawling. There are times that the baby is supposed to be walking. If, for instance, when your baby is supposed to be standing, you are all about just carrying the baby. You are not making the baby exercise standing. The baby might probably take longer time before he or she start walking. You have to let them explore. Now, you have to explore. A lot of people are where they are today because they are afraid to take that first step, that bold step. You just push yourself out. Don't be afraid of failure, because failure is part of the journey. There's no success without failure. There's no success without failure. You have to keep up pushing yourself ahead. So if you're afraid of failure, that definitely you don't want to succeed. So if you want to succeed, don't be afraid of failure. Dangote said something, Mr. Dangote said something, the richest man is in Africa right now. He said where he was building the Dangote refinery, he encountered a lot of problems, but he never gave up. So many cabas that doesn't want the refinery work to fly because of the fact that that's where they feed. He said they frustrated him. He was there, he was battling a lot of cases for months, even running to years. But here we are today. The Dangote refinery is up and running because he never gave up. To say I will not encounter problem, I will not encounter issues. But the one thing that matters is how you see it. I see failure as feedback to make me get better at what I'm doing. Probably there's something I'm doing that I'm not doing well. Like Pa James said, failure will make you stronger. Failure will make you re-strategize. Failure will make you smarter. To make you, oh, look, this is what I'm doing that I'm not doing right. Reevaluate yourself to get it done in a better way. Probably there's something you are missing. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, answering that. So let's talk about what is happening in the industry now.
Okay.
Now, lately we have new set of new generation of developers.
All right.
Understand? And it's more like as if it's like white fire. Everybody is just transitioning from land to building now.
Right.
I think people are coming to see that they can make a change
Right.
in the industry. Like Excel was there in the last podcast. He mentioned something I heard. It said delivery is luxury in Nigeria. And what it means is that so many people start a project, but to deliver is the issue.
Right.
And he said that is what his own company has come to change. Understand? I was also a developer and a pioneer of a lot of other developers.
Right.
What would you say the industry future looks like?
Okay, this is a powerful one. Like you said something delivery is luxury. That is right because there are so many developers out there that they've been on projects for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. The project is not delivered. And this is not good for the industry because there are so many people now that are discouraged of investing back home. A lot of Nigerians abroad, because of experience with one particular developer, is rubbing off on all other developers. And it's really not so good for us in the field of real estate. And this is becoming very rampant because a lot of people now. I was on call with some of my clients in the UK some times ago, and then they were telling me that they prefer to buy property in Dubai, not because of anything, but because of what they've experienced in the market, because of delayed delivery, because of a whole lot of things that are not supposed to be happening, and even as little as communication is. So as a real estate developer, it's something we need to take very serious. So back to what you asked, a lot of people are coming to building construction, not for anything, but because there are some people that say that you are not a developer until you have something to show that this is my project, right? And then I believe a lot of people that before now they do land sales, they want to transition to building because they want to have something to show that this is what we've done. Look, anybody can sell land. Anybody can wake up today and say, look, I want to go and be selling land. I want to mark out these plots, selling plot per plot. Anybody can do that. So I agree with the people that said if we are not involved in redevelopment, if you don't have any project to show for it. They are right. But then, more than that, you have to come into the space with that mindset of delivery. The mindset that you are not going to be doing same thing that other people have done. That you are not going to be doing same thing as you have seen in the industry for the number of years that we've been in the industry. There are so many projects, aside from delayed delivery, substandard delivery too. We have it outside. So you have to kind of come strong and come proper. So if you are not ready, you are not ready. Take your time. But if you are saying you are ready, you have to come correct. That's advice for all my developers. I know I have a lot of you guys that I'm very proud of you guys because I was with somebody, an outside developer, who was telling me that, look, your boys, they para. Your boys, look at what they are doing. Look at this, look at that. I'm very proud because they are coming to change the story. They are coming to change the status quo from what it used to be. So you see a lot of the developer that linger on delivery, and then you guys are coming, young blood are coming, changing the story. What people think is difficult, they are making it look so easy. And that is it. So with all of this kind of energy, we can restore that glory back. We can bring back that glory, you can kind of encourage Nigerians abroad that believe that real estate is not something they can invest. You can bring it back to something they can really do, because young developers are coming up with massive strategies with good intention. Let me use that mind, with a client focused mindset to deliver, not just deliver on time, and not just on time, quality delivery. That's it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I just want to say something about that too.
Well, you have to be there before you know what it entails. But then looking at the future of real estate, Maga said it all. People are coming up. I mean, people have seen what others have not done in time past. And for you to change anything in this world, you have to be you have to see what is wrong and change it. And because people that are coming in, they see the reasons why investors are not too interested. And then when they start changing the status quo, investors start saying, have you seen what people are doing? They start telling, funny enough, some investors know each other. I mean, you can have friends that have invested in the country together some time ago, or maybe a group of friends, they invested and they didn't get it well. And they're like, we're not doing anything in Nigeria again. I just want to slow down. And then they see other projects that are coming up and say, who are these projects? How did this come up? Look at this. This I know when this person started this project. Look at in a couple of months, he's done with the project. Look at what these people are doing. Ah, this project started 6 months ago. Look how far they've gone. They started seeing more reasons why they want to invest. Because of course, delivery is one thing that is scary to a lot of investors. Because if you get money for something and you're not seeing being delivered, not just in real estate, anywhere in the world, you don't want to do it again. Because you feel like the one that I did, where's the result? So, but when you are seeing the results of what people are doing, then you have more confidence to say, I think that these people are ready. And like my leader said, um, with what the young developers are doing now, I think that the future of real estate is in good hands. I mean, young developers who are strategic. They used to say that the energy of the youth is in their strength.
Right.
So when they see that, look at what these guys are doing, look at how they are doing it. Even the sector. I saw a news, I think yesterday or this morning, that the president was applauding the sector to say that the housing deficit that he met, some things that I want to say that the presidency has not built so much,
Right.
but there are people in the sector that are building, and he's probably seeing what they are building. And of course, if he's seeing what people are building, he can easily say that is the work of his hands too. Of course, they are in his country. If a young developer builds units, thousands of units, and they are well developed, another developer builds thousands, and investors are coming and they are buying to show in the GDP of the economy.
Exactly.
And then when you trace it, you say, oh, the presidency is working. And the presidency looks back into the system and say, look at what these boys are doing. At the end of the day, it's glory to the country. And of course, the presidency will always boast that the country is doing well. So I just feel like if the presidency can say that things are happening well now, it means that we're heading towards a good state as far as the real estate sector is concerned.
Very much. And also, let's talk about collaboration over competition. Because I just get to understand yesterday. Yesterday, I was just in my thoughts, and I was just thinking about the whole thing that is happening in the country. Thinking about where exactly did we get it from? As a people, personally, family, and they used to say the smallest unit of every society is the family. What you are, what you stand for today. If you look at some of your ideology, pick one or two from your parents. Probably how they raised you, the same thing to my other shoe. Probably in your house, probably you guys are not used to eating in the night. One way or the other, you notice that that particular ideology has you grew up with it, and it has one way or the other shaped probably you too. You don't eat in the evening. Understand? So what I'm just trying to say is that in a nutshell, that there are some ideology that actually begin from the family.
Right.
You understand the point? So what me I'm just trying to say basically is for this new set of developer, you understand? What would you say about collaboration over competition? Because the truth is that the market is big
Big for everyone.
and we cannot grow independently. That's just the truth. Because I've got to understand that everybody is just doing their thing. So let's just like I was telling somebody one day that at the end of the day, everybody's looking for money. All of us cannot have the money at the same time. We are all claiming to say we want to become billionaires. But it's just that we cannot arrive at the same. In fact, we cannot even be a billionaire at the same way.
Right.
One person will say have more money than the other person.
Definitely.
But beyond all these things, what is at the center of everything is value addition.
Mm-hmm.
You're adding value, you are creating legacy, and at the end of the day, people are happy.
Right.
Do you understand the point? What would you advise these young developers to do? Because we might want to achieve a lot of things, but there's a lot of things we can achieve together with collaboration.
Right.
When I know that, oh, okay, I have a project, this my brother has a project somewhere else, probably a client came for my project and probably they don't want my location. Oh, because I'm in collaboration with this, I can easily say, oh, okay, go and buy from my brother here. And it takes, trust me, it takes love to do that. It takes selflessness to think like that. That okay, I don't have this, okay. Or probably an investor thought, okay, give me some set of developers that I can trust with money. And some people rather say, okay, don't worry, I can take your money because I want to quickly, I want to show them that I don't pass them. You understand? Meanwhile, another person can say, okay, I have some couple of my brothers that we are in collaboration that okay, this money split it among all of us so that they can also do project and all of us will be happy. What's your take about collaboration over competition? How would you advise this young developer to see all other developers as also colleagues that they can all come together and do something great and make because one of the biggest disadvantage of real estate in Nigeria is the fact that everybody does not have a one. The same land where government collects, now you need to sell to another set of developers.
Right.
And you as a developer, you know, say this land now for my brother, they collect this land. But because you have more money than that your brother, you go and buy the land and lock up and close your eyes on that your brother. I know that brother, no be small, is not a small kind of cost on his part.
Yes.
People will drag in. People, it's just like I was in one story one day that some real estate company that was mentioned that was in last year is now dragging another real estate company, and that person said something that you will see that at the end of the day, a 4 for 1 is a 4 for everyone.
Right.
Last year they were dragging all of us were looking. Instead of us probably we could have all come out. Yeah, I will know that sometimes some developers should do, but at the same time, when they mention something about your industry, the truth is that it's not that just person.
The entire
last year it affected all of us. When the whole trend about real estate, trust me, it affected the sales because the outlook of the diaspora and they were like, if all of them are the same thing, I took a client to try to on Saturday. The client was telling me, we mentioned this one, he mentioned that one. I was not convincing him that no, we were not like that. But the truth is that man has a point. He has in his head now. He has classified all of you. He mentioned something. He said, what does it mean by Bugboyin? Is my company Bugboyin? No. But the truth is that it's the industry. So, my own review, I feel that if all of us come together, we all have one voice and we bear each other's burden. We know that if you fall, we all fall. Right. If you go up, we all go up. You understand? And I think that from these new guys coming up now, you understand? What would you tell them that about collaboration over competition? Yeah, we can compete. It's a business where it should be healthy. Competition will say, yeah, my brother won't get money. Rather than that, I'd rather keep that opportunity. But if you know that if my brother's win is my win, if I win, now him says win, so all of us are good. Do you understand? So what's the comment about it?
This is a very tough one, but I'll take it like this. People, we are different people. And then some people in the past, probably because what they passed through in the past, they are not quick to want to share opportunity because of, say, betrayal, because of a lot of reasons. So if you ask anybody today, the reason why they are doing what they are doing, or the reason why they are not doing what they are supposed to be doing, they will tell you thousands of reasons. But like you said, it's something that has been happening for years. For new generation developers, it is very important we collaborate. Because the world where we are right now is not a kind of system that one person wants to just rise. We need each others. We need to bring each other together to rise together. Because there's something you don't know that someone else knows. There is a strength that second person has over you. Why not come together, brainstorm together, bring all of this energy together and achieve a bigger goal together? I was telling some people recently, I think Dr. Ezekiel, I think you were there when I was saying something recently to some of our young developers that it pays you as a company to have a business dealing with another development company, and then you are sharing 30 billion naira, than let's say you are 5 people, you are having a share of 30 billion naira, than you want to take 500,000, 500 million naira, and you are working and working and working and working. Let's suppose say you are working to make 1 billion naira. You are working your ass off. Meanwhile, there is an opportunity to collaborate with a set of people to make 30 billion naira. So there's power in joint efforts. There's power in coming together. You have influence. Other people have influence. Bring all of this together to achieve a common goal. We do bigger projects together. We scale faster. And then we accumulate greater wealth. And then we help people more. The investors. We help people more. So for me, we need to collaborate. And then it's not bad to how do I put it now? It's not bad to compete, but let us compete in LD way and manner. You see something in another company that they're doing something very unique. Bring it up, you can put it up in your company, fine-tune it, make it better, fly with it. You can compete in an LD manner, but you can still collaborate as well, because collaboration is something that in real estate in Nigeria people rarely do, but it's very powerful. We have very few set of people that are doing collaboration in real estate, and then you can see changes in life in the company of those set of people. So why not just let's bring this and let's get it on. So I'm hoping for collaboration, Dr. Ezekiel. Anytime, any day. Definitely, I'm hoping.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Amaka, do you have any other question?
I think that will be when we are okay rounding up. So let's see. What's your advice to the young people out there? Like, what mindset shift are you giving to them? They want to go into the industry. They want to start, don't know where to start from. So, what mindset shift should they have before moving into the industry? What
Okay.
important thing they need to take note of? Because we have so many persons out there that they just want to like move into real estate. Their friends are doing real estate, they just want to jump into it. And you're like our oga pata 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 in this industry, yes. So I want you to just give them that advice, one advice that you can
Okay.
give to them.
I would say seek knowledge before capital. I would say you need to understand the industry. Very key. You need to know everything about the business you want to go into. You need to be focused in helping people, because look, this business is all about helping people. Helping people secure their homes, secure their landed properties. So don't be focused on the money first. The mistake a lot of young people make is they are all about the money. Look, when you bring value to people, money follows automatically. Focus on knowledge before capital. A lot of people tell you, I don't have one cover, I want to start the business. Seek knowledge in that business first. Seek knowledge. Give value to people. And you cannot give value without having knowledge about the business. It's what you know that you give out.
Sure.
There's no two way about it. You have to understand every single thing about the business before you can give value out to people about the business. And by the time you give value out to business, automatically money follows. And not just that you are making money, you are helping people, you are being part of people's success story. You are being part of people's achievement, financial achievement story. You are being part of people's property investment story. There are so many people that, by God's grace today, they have a lot of properties, and then they can attribute that to the fact that, oh, I introduced them to this property. And then, there's a client that bought a property for 40 million naira, and the property she bought for 40 million naira is now selling for 280 million naira. So that is value. That is beyond even the commission you are getting as a realtor. That is being part of people's success story. That is being part of people's financial story. I can, if I can say that. So it's beyond what's it called? Getting the money. It's about creating value.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. Kajem, do you have anything to add to what I
Yeah, just like my leader said, going into anything in this world requires you to know what's going on there, right? So, like you said, seeking knowledge, the fundamentals, because that's why you find out that if you enter there and you don't seek knowledge, you do it wrongly. And one funny thing about this real estate is that while you are doing it wrongly, you are causing a lot of people problems. I mean, you are doing something wrong, you are giving someone the wrong investment advice. They take that decision. It's their money they are using to take the decision. So one way or the other, you are ruining their own finances because you didn't seek the right knowledge. Do you understand? So I believe that seeking knowledge first, like he said, is one fundamental thing, and running consistently with that knowledge. Because along the line, people seek knowledge, along the line, they get compromised, right? Compromising is that they just see that somebody is doing one particular thing in that line and is not, they just, oh, I mean, as a realtor, you're already doing one particular thing and you see that it's working well, people are getting, and then you find out that some people are saying, "Ah, they are doing this one thing, you should be calm, because if you make wrong move while you are trying to introduce people to that thing, you are indirectly going to cause people a lot of pain. So you take a chill, remember what you started with, knowledge. Seek knowledge. While you are seeking knowledge, you would even know that you're not supposed to do this thing. So seeking knowledge should be the first, like my boss said. But in all you do, don't forget to continually seek knowledge. Because you cannot know all the knowledge once because the industry is evolving. So as you seek knowledge, as you see that it is evolving, that's why our guy will regularly say, keep training, keep training, keep training. You seek knowledge, you continue seeking knowledge. You continue seeking. You cannot use the knowledge you used to start to continue, or else they will leave you behind. Like that popular saying you said, they have left you behind. Do you understand? So my 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 advice is seek knowledge and consistently seek knowledge.
Right.
Consistently seek knowledge because the real estate industry is evolving like every other industry. In fact, it's even fast in this industry. In the next 1 year, you just find out that one new thing is happening. So if you are using the knowledge of the past, you'll be left behind. So that's just what I have to say.
Before we round off, final question. So, I would like to ask Marga, what's next? What are we looking out for from normal real estate?
Okay.
Is he project in Ikoyi? Is he
Okay, it's a good one. Thank you for this. So, we are doing something big. We are bringing in something very big.
massive?
Something massive like that. Something like that.
That's massive.
So, but then it's not yet out. We are still cooking, right? And then, see, I tell people, you want to do anything, do it right. Do it right. Don't be pushed. Don't be moved. Anytime you want to do anything in this real estate business, both BT sales, development, do it right. Don't do things as people are doing it. Don't make some mistakes that people have made. So learn from, like we are saying, seek knowledge. Seeking knowledge will help you to know the kind of mistake that others have made, to be able to correct that mistake so that you don't make similar mistake. So for me, for my company, Dormers Homes and Property Limited, we are bringing something very, very big before the end of the year by God's grace, to be announced before the end of the year. And then we are focused on our first project for now. You want to take it a step at a time, just have something to show that this is what we have done before bringing numbers of, other developments. And then for Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group, my CEO is here. We're having a very major, big event this year, coming up this year, like we used to have. Come hard or don't come at all. So we are having a very big event because we are all about helping people. Our success is seeing other people succeed.
Mhm.
So our joy is seeing a lot of other people becoming somebody. Our heart cry is being part of people's success story. And today, by God's grace, we have thousands of realtors that, by the virtue of saying yes to real estate through the gospel of Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group, they are now someone to reckon with their respective families. And now we now have a lot of developers that came out of Ultimate Vibrant Realtors Group. In fact, I still have about, the industry is not ready, because I still have about more than 7 people telling me now, boss, we want to become developer. And by God's grace, out of these 7 people, about 5 of them are very qualified. That I'm glad that the industry, is not ready to receive the energy, the heat coming from these young people. And like doctor said, we are coming to change the story. What people, make us feel that is difficult, is hard. We are doing it by God's grace. We are doing it. There's no big deal. And we're not just doing it, we are doing it well and fine. Look at my brother here, Dr. Ezekiel, is having 2 projects. The last time I was at the project, I was shocked for how massive the project is. And he's doing extremely well there. In fact, after this meeting, we are going to site to see what's happening on site. So we are coming to change the status quo by God's grace.
By the grace of God.
We are unstoppable.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Amaka, what to you?
Okay, so wrapping up, this has been such an insightful session. And I think what stands out for me most is that success doesn't happen overnight. It's patience, consistency, and also resilience. So I'm very sure that our audience has picked one or two from what you've dished out for us today, from your stories, your challenges, your wins, how you started. It wasn't even rosy. Yeah, so thank you so much for honoring our invitation. So robots have a little do it for you. Yes,
Thanks so much.
yeah, thank you so much, sir, for honoring our invitation.
Massive. Thank you so
Anytime
much.
we call on you, people,
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much, Robert Hills.
Let us say for camera. Say, hey, boss, no small. Nice one. Thank you so much, boss. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ezekiel. Thank you, Robert Hills.
And to our audience, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Sure.
share. And don't forget to turn on the post notification button, because more episodes are coming your way. Mind blowing episodes.
Right.
So stay tuned. Bye for now.
Bye.
Yeah.